Hi guys, and yes, it's People and Places with me, Dr. Mama K, and we are at the Bellville Business Expo, which is the third one, taking place at the Tiger Valley, Bellville, Cape Town, South Africa. Yes, we cover everywhere in the world, and I've got with me here today. He needs to tell us who he is. Let me pretend. I told him earlier, I'm going to pretend I don't even know who he is or what this is about. So tell us who you are, sir, and how you are involved with today's program.
Hey, hi, I'm Warren Hewitt. I'm the CEO of the Greater Tygerberg Partnership, and we're hosting our third annual Bellville Business Expo. We're supporting small business in the area, so we're very privileged to have a lot of SMMEs in Bellville and Para, and we've taken a collection of those, put them through quite a rigorous program. We've called it a Level Up series, which has taught them about marketing, about branding, about market, about finance, about different things. Taught them to sell their business. They've then pitched their business to a panel of judges, been selected, and now we're giving them opportunity to exhibit either their goods or their services to potentially new buyers.
Oh, okay, so this year's is slightly different from previous years. So this one I've been kind of guided and monitored and helped, supported. So is that the exhibitors here today?
Yeah, so we've guided the businesses through that. We've got a lot of entrepreneurs who are at the very early stages of their business development. One or two businesses a little bit more advanced, so they're looking to scale their business further up.
And what kind of business, what sectors?
We've themed this year around environment and sustainability. So we're looking at products that are either sustainable, improving the environment, or certainly not harming the environment. So there's certainly products that are themed around that rather than just having an open call for participation.
And I'm glad somebody's doing that, because in Africa, because this is seen all across Africa, we're not paying attention yet to the environment. There's some countries that are doing better than the other, and I think South Africa is getting there, but we're not completely there. I'll tell you, with Kenya, I was in Kenya 2-3 years ago, and I was very impressed with their environment policy of no more plastic bag, no more waste bag in the shops. So for me, when I go to places like that, even I'm like, how do they do that? But it's helping. So glad to hear that, in Bellville and in the Tygerberg area, there are SMEs who are focusing on the environment and sustainability. So this morning, I know we missed the opening. Tell us, what some of the speakers have spoken about.
I think a lot of the theme goes around support for small business, how we create that network where they can either help each other, or we can give them a level up or give them a hand up to be able to get to new markets and create opportunities for themselves. I think the theme from the City of Cape Town is one of support. They've offered many channels of support for small business, and Alderman Foss went to pains to explain the different channels out of his department which support businesses, be it exporting, be it local small business growth. So they do a lot of that. We also like to believe that through the community engagement that we involved in, obviously the northern suburbs, we're developing an online business hub platform which will further enhance the small businesses' opportunities to get to a bigger market, because that's the biggest challenge, finding customers. They're all looking for customers.
And I think, just to go back a little bit, and I'm glad you mentioned the fact that northern suburbs, and I can see a lot of northern, compared to the southern suburbs and the township, for me, I can see a lot of SMEs always wanting platforms like this, so how important, is creating, being an entrepreneur, because that's part of the mindset that we're not getting yet, whereby, you need a market, but then we even need more entrepreneurs so that we can create that wealth.
Look, I think if you had to ask the average entrepreneur whether they're working from home, working from a small business environment, one, they don't know how big their business could be.
Yes.
They're isolated, so to be in an environment where you can compare to other small businesses, you can get a level of where you are in the development phase and potentially how important your product or service is. So being exposed to that is a massive step forward for these guys, rather than just servicing your own small community and not really understanding what your potential is. This gives you an idea as to how big the potential could be.
So they've selected exhibitors today. They've gone through that process. So Once they are established, are you giving them more support or directing them, providing information? And what's the process if somebody wants that opportunity as well?
So we'll continue to run these programs. We'll launch the platform is called Bellville Connect. So we'll be launching that in the next month or so.
Awesome.
So every small business or startup business needs to register on that platform to get access to resources, knowledge centers, networking opportunities, and you'll have a virtual business expo at your fingertips. So that's the idea behind that. And that product will then take to market and connect you to customers.
Okay.
So that's the idea behind it.
And is this restricted for people in the northern suburbs only, or am I asking politically correct?
So we're calling it Bellville Connect. It's going to focus
on Bellville.
On Bellville initially.
Okay.
Hopefully, if we're successful, we can take it beyond Bellville.
Okay. I know I'm allowing you to talk for too long.
Okay.
So I know there's going to be a session where you have other speakers, and I see Standard Bank here. How important is it? And you mentioned the city of Cape Town, the partnership, that you have with different stakeholders.
Critical. Partnerships are critical. Not just the sponsors. The sponsors aren't just here as financial partners. They're here to support the small businesses. And if they can create connections, create links and create opportunities for these guys, all the better for us. So to find a corporate buyer, walk into the room, identify a product, tissue paper, find a potentially new customer for them, that's massive for us.
Awesome. I want to close because I know you're busy. I managed to get hold of you and I promised you only about 5-10 minutes. I want you to help me close by just giving words of encouragement to anyone that you might want to speak to, but if you look directly in the camera to do that.
Okay. If you have an idea, product or service, don't bury it. Share it, drive the passion, believe in your product. There are many businesses that failed because people didn't believe in their own product, and those big companies that succeeded are the ones that were passionate about what they did and what they produced. So that is my message. Believe in what you're doing and don't give up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Warren. Well, we can't wait to hear more, but yes, people can still register to come. Yep. Because it's over 2 days.
Please come.
So how can they register? It's free to
It's
come?
free. Yeah. Arrive. There's an online platform. Arrive at the door. Put your name down. You can walk around and meet everybody.
All right. And we're right in the mall at Tiger Valley Mall.
Tiger Valley Shopping Center.
Yeah, if you're in any shop, please come and support our local businesses. Local is lekker, as we say here in South Africa. Can't wait to just share more, opportunity for others. We'll be right back.